Hello students, today we are going to learn how to use Excel as a database. A database is a collection of information related to a particular subject, such as maintaining addresses and phone numbers, a list of library books, keeping students' record pertaining to academic and co-curricular achievements, keeping employees' information, etc. It helps the user to organize, retrieve, sort and edit data as per their requirements. Database consists of fields and records. In simple terms, records refer to rows and fields refer to columns in Excel. Field. A column within a database that contains only one type of data is called field. For example, roll number, name, address are different fields. Record. A row in a database is called a record, which consists of the information about one person or one object. For example, in the given figure, 101, Anju, 75, 82, 90, 247, 82.33 of one student forms a record. Field name. It is a column label for the field in a database. All the field names appear in one row. For example, roll number, name, English, Hindi, math, total, percentage are the field names in the given database. Let us first learn how to use a form to enter data in Excel. A form is a window that contains numerous fields to enter, modify and view one record at a time. Each field holds a field name so that any user who views the form or enter data in it gets an idea of its contents. Forms often contain command buttons and other controls that perform various tasks. When you enter information into a form, the data gets saved directly to the database. Students know that before adding a record in the form, the worksheet must have field names at the top of each column. Microsoft Excel uses these field names as a label to ease the process of entering records in a form. Make sure that there are no blank lines in the range of data. In Excel 2016, Forms option is hidden. To add Form button, select the file, then go to Options. The Excel Options dialog box opens. Select the Quick Access Toolbar option in the left pane. Click on the drop-down arrow of Choose Commands from list box. Select Commands Not in the Ribbon option from the drop-down list and choose the form. Click on the Add button. Click OK and you will find the Form button on the Quick Access toolbar. OK, now we should learn how to add new record in a form. Using the data form, we can add a new record in the database. Follow these steps to enter new records. Click on the cell A1. Select the Form button on the Quick Access toolbar. The Sheet 1 dialog box appears. It contains the record of the first student in your database. To add a new record, click on the New button. Type the data in the respective fields for the new record. After you have finished typing data, press Enter key to add the row to the bottom of the range or table. You can move to the previous or next record by clicking on the Find Preview and Find Next buttons respectively. Click on the Close button to close the data form. Alright, let's now learn how to search a record using form. It is used to search the records with specific values. Click on the Form button. Select the Criteria button in the Sheet 1 dialog box. Type the data that you want to search in the appropriate field. For example, type 104 in roll number text box and press the Enter key. If the record exists and matches the given value for that field, it will be displayed. Otherwise, the first record will be displayed. Now students, you should know these rules to enter field names. Each field name should be placed in a separate cell. Field name should be unique. Okay, let us take a quick quiz. What is a database? Okay, now let's learn how to delete the record. To delete a particular record, click on the Form button. In Sheet 1 dialog box, move to the desired record by clicking either on Find Preview button or Find Next button. After selecting it, click on the Delete button. Excel prompts you to confirm the operation. You cannot undo a row deletion after you confirm it. Students, let us now have a discussion on the importance of using form. Alright students, now we shall learn how to sort data in Excel. Sorting means arranging the data either in ascending or descending order. In a worksheet, data can be sorted in rows on the basis of text, numbers or dates. Once the data is organized, it becomes easy to work with it. Follow these steps to sort the given data. Open any worksheet and select the cell range that you want to sort. Click on any cell, say B2. Now, select the Sort button in the Sort and Filter group on the Data tab. The Sort dialog box appears and the entire database gets selected. Click on the Sort By drop-down arrow and select the field on the basis of which you want to sort the data. For example, select the Name field. Select the Values option from the Sort On drop-down list. Select the sorting order from the Order drop-down list. If Sort By contains alphanumeric data, then A to Z option gets selected automatically. In case Sort By contains numeric data, then smallest to largest option gets selected. Select the My Data Has Headers checkbox to exclude the first row containing the column headings for sorting. Otherwise, uncheck the checkbox to include the first row headings in sorting. Click OK. The database will be sorted in descending order on the basis of Name field. In Excel, you can also sort more than one column. For example, after sorting by name, you want to arrange the list by roll number. To sort by more than one column, follow the given steps. Click on the Add Level button in the Sort dialog box. A new level gets added below the first level. Select the column name as roll number in the Then By drop-down list in order of sorting as largest to smallest in the Order drop-down list in the new level. Click OK. OK students, note in Excel 2013 also you can add, search, delete records using forms in the same way as you do in Excel 2016. OK, let us find out how to filter data. The filter feature is one of the interesting features of Excel which helps you to display only those records that meet the specified criteria and hide rest of the records. Select any cell within the database range, say D1. Click on the Filter button in the Sort and Filter group on the Data tab. Small arrows will be added in the column header. These arrows are used to specify condition to filter the data. Click on the arrow next to the Hindi column header in the cell D1. Uncheck the Select All checkbox to deselect all the checkboxes. Now select the checkboxes of the values 82 and 98 from the drop-down list. Click OK. You will notice that the list gets filtered and displays only those records that meet the specified criteria, that is, records related to marks 82 and 98. Students, let me share an interesting fact with you. An easy way to include a custom style from another workbook is to copy the cells formatted with that style and paste them into a new workbook. Okay students, let us share an important tip. To clear all filters from the worksheet, click on the Clear button present in the Sort and Filter group on the Data tab or click on the Filter button on the Data tab. If you have modified the data and want to filter the new data, click on Reapply button. Okay students, let us find out how to use Advanced Filter. Advanced Filter option is used to filter the data in multiple fields using specified criteria, to copy the filtered records to a different location or to find unique records. Let us use this option. insert at least 3 blank rows above the range, which is to be used as a criteria range, by clicking on the Home tab and selecting the Insert, then go to Insert Sheet Rows option. The criteria range must have column labels. There should not be any blank row between the criteria values and the range. Select the range A4 is to D4. Press Ctrl+C to copy the range. Select the cell A1 and press Ctrl+V. Type the criteria which you want to match in the row below the column labels. Type equals to 10,000 under the field name Salary, that is D2. Click on the cell within the data range. Select Data tab and click on the Advance button. Advance in the Sort and Filter group. You will notice the range is already defined in the list range. $A $4 is to $D $13. Select Copy to another location radio button in the Actions section of Advanced Filter dialog box. Define the criteria range box by entering the reference of the criteria range, including the field names. Define the range of the target location where the filtered rows will be copied in the Copy to box, that is $F $6 is to $1 $6. Click OK. The data will get filtered according to the specified condition and will be copied in the place which you have defined in the Copy to. Students, please note that in Microsoft Excel you can also filter and sort the data by cell color. Okay, let me tell you this. Remove Duplicates button under Data tab is used to remove duplicate values from one or more columns. Students, let us quickly discuss the advantages of filters. Let us understand how to use data validation. Data validation is used to restrict the type of data or the values that users enter into a cell. Let us use data validation to restrict the data entry to whole numbers between 0 and 100. Select the cell range E5 is to E13. Choose Data tab, Data Validation in the Data Tools group. The Data Validation dialog box appears. The Settings tab is selected by default. In Allow drop-down list, select the Whole Number option. The Data drop-down list between options is selected by default. In Minimum text box, type 0 and in Maximum text box, type 100. Click on the Input Message tab. In Title text box, type Validation. In Input Message box, type Enter between 0 and 100. Select the Error Alert tab and type Input is wrong in Error Message box. Click on OK to close the dialog box. If you try to enter data beyond the specified limit in the selected range, an error message will be displayed. Click on Retry to enter another value in the cell. Now let me tell you that how to add subtotal in database. The subtotal feature in a database helps us to manage, analyze and extract specific information from rows of related data. To apply subtotals, the database must be sorted. Let us learn the use of this feature through the given table. Follow these steps. Open a new worksheet and enter the data as shown in the figure. Select any cell within the range and choose Data tab. Then go to Subtotal option in the Outline group. The Subtotal dialog box appears. Choose as month from At Each Change in drop-down list. To calculate the sum of sales, select Sum function from Use function drop-down list. In Add Subtotal to List box, select the Sales checkbox. Deselect the Replace Current Subtotals option by clicking on its checkbox. This option overrides the existing subtotal if present. The Summary Below Data checkbox is marked by default. This option will place the total below the data of each month. Click OK. The subtotals will be displayed as shown in the figure. Students, note that to remove all the subtotals in your worksheet, click on any cell within the range and select Data tab, then go to Subtotal option. In the dialog box, select Remove All button. Now let us know more. Conditional formatting is the feature in Excel that sets a cell's format according to conditions that you specify. Using this option, you can change the font color, styling, etc. of the data in the selected cells. Select Home, then go to Conditional Formatting in Styles group and specify the condition as needed. We will learn how to analyze data with Pivot Table. Pivot Table is a powerful tool for consolidating, summarizing and presenting the data. Follow these steps to create Pivot Table. Enter the given data in a new worksheet and select the entire data range. Choose the Insert tab, then go to Pivot Table option in the Tables group. The Create Pivot Table dialog box appears. In the Table or Range text box, the range is displayed that you have selected for the pivot table. The New Worksheet radio button is selected by default. Click OK. The Create Pivot Table dialog box closes. The pivot table layout is displayed on the new worksheet. The Pivot Table Fields task pane appears on the right side of the screen. Click and drag the name field and drop it into the rows quadrant as shown in the figure. Drag the designation field into the columns quadrant. Drag the salary field into the values quadrant. Your worksheet should look similar to the figure. You can rearrange the data in any way you like. You can also change the place of buttons here. If you do not like their placement, click the Undo button. Students note that by default, non-numeric fields are added to the rows quadrant, date and time hierarchies are added to the columns quadrant, and numeric fields are added to the values quadrant. Also note that you can use all the features like sorting, filtering, validation, pivot table, etc. in Excel 2013, also in the same way as explained above. Let us quickly glance through the key points discussed in this chapter. A database is a collection of information related to a particular subject. A column within a database that contains only one type of data is called field. A row in a database is called a record, which consists of the information about one person or one object. Field name is a column label for the field in a database. A form is a window or screen that contains numerous fields or spaces to enter, modify, and view one record at a time. Sorting means arranging the data either in an ascending or descending order. The filter feature is one of the interesting features of Excel, which helps you to display only those records that meet the specified criteria and hide the rest of the records. Advanced filter option is used to filter the data in multiple fields using specified criteria to copy the filtered records to a different location or to find unique records. Data validation is used to restrict the type of data or the values that users enter into a cell. The subtotal feature in a database helps us to manage, analyze, and extract specific information from rows of related data. Pivot table is a powerful tool for consolidating, summarizing, and presenting the data.